So we've been at Chelsea 3 seasons now. We've won 2 Champions Leagues, won a Premier League, won the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Super Cup, the Community Shield if you even want to count that. But I think for the first time I might be one game away from losing my job. Hello guys and welcome to episode 32 of Rebuilding the Bridge. I'm Jake and today we're going to be playing the second leg of the first knockout round of the UEFA Champions League. We're playing Bayern Munich. The first leg didn't go too well and I'll show you our form up until this game. I think my job might be on the line. Just a few quick updates about the squad. We have got, after the January transfer window, we've got a very wanted squad. All these players are kind of fine. Pedri is wanted by Arsenal. No way is that ever going to happen. I won't be selling him to Arsenal. Haaland is wanted by Barcelona now. They've been sending scouts to every match. The media are reporting that they're willing to pay 165 million for Haaland. Now, I'd bite their fingers off of that because, to be honest, as good as Erling Haaland is in real life and as good as he is on the game too, don't get me wrong, he scored 14 goals in 22 starts. Now, he's been very good for us, but a lot of them are from the penalty spot, and if we were to get an offer of 165 million, like the media say, I think I'd be taking the money because we dropped Joshua Zertz, we got Marcus Leonardo, who are both good strikers in their own right. Plus, we can use that money to improve the squad elsewhere, but we won't get too ahead of ourselves yet. I don't know if that will happen. Ian Maatsen was subject to a deadline day raid from Real Madrid, who put in 5 offers on the same day. Started off at 20 million, by the end of the day they were offering 60 million. Now, I should probably maybe have taken 60 million for Ian Maatsen, but the fact that he is a Chelsea youth product, and I kind of see him as he's always going to be the backup to our left-back position for as long as we're in this save. So I wanted to hang on to him there, maybe a bit sentimentally because he's a Chelsea youth product. Plus, it was on the last day of the transfer window. I did not want to sell and then be left short in the left-back position. The other interesting one was Bekir Omaragic. He is a 21-year-old centre-back. He is one of our backup centre-backs here. He's no longer wanted, apparently, but in the summer transfer window, Real Madrid made a £50 million offer. In this window, bear in mind, he's not played that many games for us. He was subject to a £70 million offer from Inter Milan. He didn't want to leave, it's okay, and I didn't want to sell him for that because I see him as the future of our centre-back position. 21 years old, already 3-star current ability. He's definitely part of our squad, and going forward he could be a first-team player, so I didn't want to sell him. Again, it was deadline day, we would have been left short, and I don't want to lose him anyway. So that's just a bit of team news now. In terms of our form and why I think we could be in a tricky position, as you already know, we got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool early on. We got knocked out early on in the FA Cup by Leeds, meaning we're down to just the Premier League and Champions League. Now, if we did well in them, fine, our job would be not just safe, we'd be doing very good in our job. Now, if you remember, we were 8 points clear at the top of the league of Liverpool a long while back. Well, now, we are still first, but we're basically second because Liverpool have got a game in hand. Liverpool have not lost for ages. They're on 64 points, which means they'll overtake us when they get their win and their game in hand, which I expect them to. So that will put us in a tricky position in the Premier League. We'll still be challenging like the board want, but we won't be winning it. And I think a bit of silverware is probably what we need to secure our job here because the board are expecting us to get in the final of the Champions League. Now, we have won the Champions League 2 times in our 3 years here. However, the problem with this is the second leg against Bayern Munich. And in the first leg, we did not put ourselves in a good position. We're 1-0 down, and we'll show you now what happened. So you last saw us in this 2-2 draw against Manchester United. I was speaking about how we might go through the Premier League unbeaten in that game. Well, we then lost the next game to Man City. Of course we did. Man City, who were like in 10th place at one point in the season, are slowly starting to build their way back up the table. And Zinedine Zidane looks like he's going to keep his job. So we did lose our first game there. It was a disappointing one because Man City basically outplayed us. I can't complain. We then beat Norwich 3-0 in the Premier League to get back into winning ways. Bournemouth 3-0, Sheffield United 6-0. We had a bit of a blip in January, but I thought that we'd kind of got over it in February. But then we lost to Bayern Munich and drew to Man U. Now we drew to Man U 1-1 and we only just scraped it. It was a late equaliser from Haaland. Hakimi scored a rocket in that game, but Man U actually outplayed us, which was a bit worrying. They are in like 3rd or 4th place, so really we wanted to do a bit better in that game. But it was an away match, so a draw I wasn't too worried about. We have drawn against Manchester United twice this season in the Premier League, both within about 5 games of each other. Then we had the first leg against Bayern Munich now. We weren't good for the majority of the game. Bayern Munich weren't either. They kind of scored a chance early on. It was a Kepa mistake that made it go in. And then we kind of, like in the last 30 minutes-ish, going into the last 10 minutes, we really went for it. And we were piling on pressure, chance after chance. We hit the post 4 times. Their goalkeeper was in great form. I think it's Leno, if I remember right. Leno from Arsenal is currently playing. He replaced Manuel Neuer at Bayern Munich. I suppose German keeper for German keeper. Fair play to Bayern Munich. It's a good decision. So yeah, our bad form kind of came back. Then we scraped Wolves 1-0. Then we beat Everton 2-0 in a game where we were very good, I think. We didn't get the goals that we deserved, but we were playing with kind of a rotation team knowing that we had this Bayern Munich game. And we played pretty well. Everton did have a man sent off, but that doesn't bother me because we did play really well. Now, there is a change of tactic going into this Bayern game because we did our usual 4-3-3 formation in the first leg, and up until about 50, 60 minutes it wasn't working. We switched to the 4-2-3-1, and all of a sudden we had chance after chance, and I thought we really might get back into the game. So we are going to start with that this game, and we've gone for the strongest team I can think of. It's Kepa in goal, Grimaldo, Upamecano, Tomori, James, Mount, Camavinga, Pedri, Havertz, Sancho and Haaland. So we will be looking for the win here to stay in the Champions League, which, I mean, this is only the first knockout round. We need to get much further than this. But if we were to get knocked out of the Champions League now, then we would be screwed, really, because we'd just have a Premier League to go on and we might not even win that. So then my job would very much be on the line. So I just want to get a decent result here, get into the next round of the Champions League and just keep building a bit of momentum. So let's get into the match and let's see if we can get a win. Okay, so it's the first highlight of the game. It's Mason Mount. He plays the ball into the box. Haaland with a header. It's just wide. Not a bad start from us there. We've had the first major chance, and as you can see, we are dominating the game. And we have got a throw in now. Another chance on the left-hand side. Havertz, Grimaldo and Pedri working it all together. Back to Grimaldo. He finds Camavinga. Mason Mount, he's got space. He finds Reece James. Can we pull a goal back? We're looking good so far. Reece James, Mason Mount. It's a shot from Mason Mount. He scored in one of the last games. He scored an absolute rocket from a similar position, and he's got us back in the game there. Very good for Mason Mount, assisted by Reece James. It's a goal made in Chelsea. We'll see it now. Not like the TV show Made in Chelsea, by the way. I mean as in the Chelsea Academy. I wouldn't want a Made in Chelsea goal in that kind of way. And you can see it here. Mason Mount, he's just bombed it into the corner, past Bernd Leno, and it is 1-1 and we're in the game. And that's very good news for us because we needed an early goal there. Obviously, no one's got an away goal, so if Bayern Munich were to get one, we'd be struggling. So the fact that we've already hit one of our goals and we should be pushing for a few more just to make it safe. And that's a very good start for us there. Camavinga finds Sancho. Sancho into the box. It's the 11th goal of the season for Jadon Sancho. It's a brilliant assist by Camavinga. And we are okay. It's 2-0 now, 2-1 on aggregate. We'll see the goal. Camavinga had the ball. We found Havertz. Havertz to Haaland. Haaland laid it off back to Camavinga. And then what a ball that was to Sancho. He chested it past his man and then finished brilliantly. Well done, Jadon Sancho. That's what we like to see. I would just like to say, on the channel in the next few days, if I do it, it's a might, I might not, but you might see a different kind of video other than rebuilding the bridge. It doesn't mean rebuilding the bridge is stopping. It will be every 2 days still. But I'm thinking of making like a Top Wonder Kids type of video, one of them like tier lists. It's the kind of thing I'd enjoy making, and I want to give it a go. Because at the end of the day, I want to do things I enjoy, and I just kind of want to try it. So if you do see that on the channel, even if you're not too interested, it'd be great if you'd give it your support and give it a watch. Let me know what you think about it, and I might make more stuff like that, I might not. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of just a test to see if I enjoy making that kind of thing and if there's a good response to it. So yeah, rebuilding the bridge is still fine, but if you see something else, it doesn't mean rebuilding the bridge has stopped. Heading into half time now, 10 minutes until it, and we are absolutely dominating. We need probably another goal and we should be fine. And it's Camavinga with his first goal of the season. I think his first goal for us. Yeah, it's his first goal for Chelsea. And apparently it's indeed his fault. We'll see it now. It was a great Mason Mount delivery, as always. That's why we love Mason Mount. His set pieces are immaculate. And it's just, yeah, indeed he missed it. Camavinga had the easiest header of his life. And we are 3-0 up. Now, even if Bayern Munich were to get an away goal, we'd still be good. Okay, so it's half time now. We've been playing very well, and I'm going to tell the boys keep it up. For once in a channel video, we're actually playing the way we usually do. And if not better, we never usually play this good. We're on top form right now. Bayern Munich, we're making them look ordinary. They've only had one shot. Genuinely, 10 men Everton put up a better fight than this. I don't want to say that yet, actually, because I'm sure Bayern Munich will now come back and score 3. But yeah, I think we're fine, because even if Bayern Munich got an away goal, like I say, we'll be fine. Mason Mount with the corner in it, finds Haaland. Again, it's another great delivery from Mason Mount. Even if he just didn't do anything and just came on and took set pieces, I'd still play Mason Mount, because it's just what he's so good at. You don't see him too often, but as soon as a free kick from a far away comes in, he puts a brilliant cross in. As soon as there's a corner, he puts a brilliant cross in. He gets us so many goals like that just from assisting from set pieces. And we're building out from the back. Fikayo Tomori's just made his way back into the team, by the way. He was out with an injury just before Christmas, and he just never really got back into the first team, but he's here now. And maybe that was the reason why we were losing games. Maybe that partnership between Upamecano and Tomori just works really well together, and we kind of broke it up. They're both very fast centre-backs. What a ball that is to Pedri through to Haaland. Haaland finishes. Well done, Haaland. I was calling him a penalty merchant earlier, but he He's got one there to make me eat my words, and it's a great assist by Pedri. We'll see it now. We had the ball for ages. Pedri took the ball on the turn, hit it with his weak foot over the top of the Bayern Munich defence, and Haaland finished well between Bernd Leno's legs. And I think we can make a sub now. Who should we take off? Actually, who should we bring on? Let's think about it like that. Hudson-Odoi has been brilliant recently. We'll bring him on and swap him for Jadon Sancho. We'll give Ryan Gravenberch a game and we'll save our other substitution for now. Heading into the final 20 minutes, what a brilliant performance this has been from the boys. Bernd Leno's on a 5 rating, which means I think he's been at fault for more than one goal, apparently, like an actual big mistake. It's a Loris Karius type of Champions League performance from Bernd Leno today. And Bayern Munich are having their first, what looks like to be their first attack of the game. Diarte, I'm not sure who that is, on the left-hand side. Find Zachariah, the Borussia Mönchengladbach player in real life, I believe. And Bayern are playing it nicely. Maybe they're going to be clinical and score their first chance of the game. But that's a poor pass back. Leno might be in trouble here. He's cleared it. Reece James is intercepted. I think it's going to be a Chelsea chance. That's what we like to see. We waited patiently, won the ball back, and now we're making our way forward with Mason Mount, Camavinga. It's a great ball for Hudson-Odoi, and Hudson-Odoi hits it into the side netting. Wasn't the best of opportunities. I'm a bit miffed why they decided to show us that highlight, but last substitution. Let's bring on Kovacic for Camavinga. Camavinga's had a very good game. Let's just get Kovacic on to seal it. Reece James with a free kick into the box, headed away by the Bayern Munich defence, and they're going to break away on us again. Diarte on the left-hand side. Are we going to take the ball off him and go at the other end? Ndidi, who joined from relegated Leicester. Can you imagine that, going from the Championship to Bayern Munich's first team playing in the Champions League? What a move that was from Ndidi. And now Diarte on the left again. Bayern have worked this pretty well. Can we keep our clean sheet? He's hit it wide. That's what we like to see. Bernd Leno, Joshua Kimmich having very poor games. I think everyone on the Bayern Munich team is. The only player performing is apparently Lewandowski. And I imagine that's because he hasn't been able to do anything wrong because he never got the ball. And we have absolutely killed that game. 4-0 against Bayern Munich. Well done, everyone. That was brilliant. We've got a goal from Mason Mount, a goal from Jadon Sancho, a goal from Haaland. And who was the other one? It was Camavinga. So all our young players coming in and getting the goals for us in that game. And that is 4-0 to Chelsea. We're through to the next round. And we're very happy with that. In terms of when we'll bring it back for the next video, it seems like it'll be sometime in April, probably whatever this Champions League game is, the second leg of it. I'll show it around then, because then we'll have a few games to talk about, especially this important one away against Liverpool. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'll update you about them games in the next video. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. We played really well today, so hopefully we put on a little show for you there. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to hit the like button, comment if you want to get involved down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Like I say, videos every 2 days, and possibly in the coming days there's going to be a bit of a different one. But it doesn't mean anything in terms of this series. This series will be perfectly fine. Keep going for now until we either get the sack or we win everything. So I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.